Hey guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So by popular request, today's video is going to be kind of like a part 2 to a video that I just recently did about how to change your nostril piercings. A lot of you really liked that video, but you're also wondering how to do other types of jewelry in your nostril piercings. So that's what today is. I am going to cover 3 other different kinds of jewelry types that you can put in your nostril. There are 2 of one kind. You'll see what I mean by that when I get to it. But for today's video, I will be showing you how to change hoops, captive beads, and labrets in your nostril piercings. Labrets are a little less likely to be in your nostril piercings, but I personally like them the best because I never really worry about them falling out. Hoops, I don't usually mess with just because of my septum, and I feel like with double nostril, having that many hoops around there just will look a lot. So I don't usually mess with hoops. I'll wear it occasionally, like if I've got my septum flipped up, but otherwise I don't wear it too often. The first one that I'm going to start with is one of the hoops. There are 2 different kinds of hoops. I'll show you what I mean by that. One is called a segment ring, and the other one is just like a good old-fashioned hoop. As you can see, the silver one is kind of like a segment ring, and then the rose gold one is more of a traditional hoop. I'll separate them out so that you can clearly see the difference, but I think the first one that we're gonna start with is the traditional. So I guess I should zoom you all in. I don't want to do that. My nose looks bad. All right, so we're zoomed in on my schnoz. I apologize, it's probably the driest part of my body, so it might look flaky. So this is the hoop that I'm going to be starting with. Again, I have 2 of each, so I will show you how to do it on either nostril. I guess the first thing I should do is take out my current ones. Still having the L-shaped ones from the last video. I ended up really liking them. So with these hoops, I find hoops to be a pain in the butt. So for these to really look decent, you need to insert them from the inside. So basically it looks like a lot of nose picking. So you just kind of shove it into your nostril and you wiggle it around until you find the hole. A good trick is to well, never mind. I was gonna say a good trick is to put your finger on the hole and just wait till you feel it pop through. But apparently I don't need to do that because I just felt around and there it is. Another method. I actually really like this hoop. This is probably one of the first hoops I've ever liked. I will show you on the other side. My nostril piercings, I don't worry about closing up. Someone asked me about that, like how long can I leave out my jewelry for before it'll close up? I don't ever have to worry about that too much. I've had my nostril ones for so long that I don't exactly worry about that. Like my other ones, like my ear ones, I really worry about closing out, but I don't worry about my nose. All right, I don't like it on that nostril as much because if you haven't noticed, my nostril piercings are not exactly even. They're close, but they're not like perfect. I mean, if they had been perfect, that would have been amazing. But this one is actually a little bit further back, I think. I don't know. They're just not even. Like, I know it, everyone else knows it, just get over it. This one is a perfect one. This one's a little But anyway, that's how you do one of these types of hoops. Basically, you just insert it from the inside and then just wiggle it around until it pops out. And then same thing with removing it. You just turn it until it pops out. You turn it until it pops out. The next hoop I'm going to show you is a segment ring. I prefer segment rings if I'm going to do a hoop because I know they're very secure. This is what a segment ring looks like. As you can see, there's like a little hinge and that hinge closes. So basically, it's the same thing. You insert it into your nose, you kind of wiggle it around until it just happens to find the hole. This one takes a little bit longer just because the segment part is in the way. I will say if you have trouble inserting it from the inside, another way is to insert it from the outside. When I insert it from the outside, I take the little segment portion just because that's a little bit longer and I know I can get it in there. I feel it on the inside and then I can usually get the hoop to go through. Basically what I suggest is don't change your nose piercings out in public because then it looks like you're picking your nose. I am not gonna close these segment rings just because I don't know if I'll get them undone, but that's pretty much what it looks like. You can see where the little segment is right there. Because I find it easier, insert the little hook segment portion from the outside. I can already feel it on the inside, and then just connect them. See what I mean by if I left all hoops in? That's a lot going on. Also, it feels really funny on my nose. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of hoops. This is a segment or a hinged hoop. I prefer them. They're a little bit more secure than the one that has the opening, but preferences, you know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, so that's how that works. Again, you can insert this kind either from the inside or the outside. The other hoop, you can only insert from the inside, otherwise it's gonna look weird if you try and insert from the outside, because then it'll have like a weird opening. I'll show you what I mean. You're probably like, what the F is she talking about? So going back to this hoop kind, insert it from the outside. Find the hole, insert it through. Unless that's your like look you're going for or your aesthetic or something, doesn't look right, I don't think. I mean, if it's your thing, cool. If you want it to look like a traditional hoop, you have to insert this kind from the inside. All right, so moving on to one that I don't know why anyone puts this kind in their nose, but I've seen it a lot, and that is a captive bead. I personally hate captive beads, like with a fiery passion. I probably won't be able to get the bead like back in. I'm having a hard enough time getting it out. I just don't like messing with captive beads. So this is an interesting kind of captive bead. This isn't the normal pull it out type thing. This is a twistable one. See how it's connected to one end, but like it's all curved? It's a very strange one. I don't like these. But again, this is a kind where you can insert it either from the inside or from the outside. But then you have to do a whole lot of twisting. I don't like these. Also, if you have a big nose like me, it's just a pain in the butt. Again, not gonna close it because I most likely will not be able to get it back out. But yeah, you can see how the ball is like situated there. You just close it up. Some people wear them and then just put the ball on the inside. I just feel like that's unnecessary. More stuff going on in your schnoz. But I'll show you how it works on the other side. So again, it's a little twisty thing. It's not like a normal captive bead where you pop the bead in and out. I guess for me, that's a good thing because I'm terrible with those. Again, you have to try and finagle it. I have a big schnoz, takes a little longer. And again, this is one that you can do either from the inside or the outside. If I have the option, I'm gonna go outside just because I can see it better. I'm not gonna close them because I probably won't be able to get them back open. A lot of people will either have the ball on the outside or they'll hide it from the inside so that way it looks like just a standard hoop. I just personally don't like this kind. Royal pain in the protuberance. God, now can I get it out of my nose? I'd like to point out that I bought this jewelry just to show you all how to insert it, and I will probably never wear it again. That is how much I love you all and wanted to make this video. So the last kind I'm gonna show you are my personal favorites, just because I feel they're very secure, and those are Labrets. So there it is. This is a flat back and it's a little diamond or cubic zirconium. This is an internally threaded one. So you just take the little piece off and screw it, yada yada. Now, Labrets can be a little difficult to get in because once again, you can't insert it from the outside. It has to go from the inside. So again, it looks a lot like you're picking your nose. So bear with me. So a little trick, if you are finding that the Labret is not going in easily, take some tweezers and just clip the bottom of it, and that kind of helps you at least get it into your nose. And if the tweezers don't work, you just have to keep finagling until it goes in. Also helps to sometimes flip up your nostril, which is just lovely in general. There we go. This is cute, right? I think I found my thumbnail. Once you get it in, you take your little jewel and you twist. Usually I prefer gems that are a little bit more flat because this one does kind of stick up a lot. But for the sake of this, I will move on to the other one. So again, the trick that apparently worked this last time was flipping the nostril up and looking for the hole. Of course, then it wants to like disappear into your nose, so that's always fun. Oh, my nose is so red now. Look how dry my nose is looking now, guys. You know what? I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you insert it from the outside. I don't know how you would put the little gem on it, but hey, might work. That one actually looks better because it's flat. See how this one pops up so much? I mean, You might be able to get the little gem in there. I'm not sure why you would want the gem on the inside, but just saying, if you wanted a flat option on your nose, there you go. All right, now that my L-shaped ones are back in, I'm gonna zoom you all out because my nose looks atrocious right now. All right, so those are more ways on how to change your nostril piercings to different jewelry. Again, the ones covered this time were regular hoops, segment rings, captive beads, kind of. It was more of a twisty captive bead kind, as well as the brace, even though one of them just didn't want to work. I'm not sure what other kinds of jewelry you could put in your nostril. I feel like that's a pretty broad spectrum for you. I'll link, if you haven't seen the other one, I'll link it up here somewhere. If you have any tips or tricks on how to get certain jewelry into your nostril, leave them in the comments below. I feel like everyone could probably benefit from that, including myself, because let's be honest, no one likes to look like they're picking their nose. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I don't know. Even though I do, this is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.